Right, just pressed the wheel bearing off for this 2007 Suzuki Ignis, and that's a bit of the race left on the hub, or the flange should I say. There's the old bearing. The ABS sensor come out okay, that didn't break. A little bit sketchy, well scratchy. A little bit sticking when you were moving the flange in the hub when it was assembled. It's causing a noise at, I think it was about above 70 mile an hour, maybe 60 probably, or even when you got up to speed. And it was noisy anyway. You had a circlip in the centre here, so you had to push it out the back way, because you see the lip inside there. That's where your bearing sits, and then you have your circlip, stop the bearing from coming out. So clean that up, new bearing in with some WD-40 or some grease. Circlip will then go in. You need to make sure which orientation for the ABS pickup sensor. No you don't, because it's on the joint, yeah. So your ABS ring, reluctor wheel ring, is on the CV joint on the Suzuki Ignis. On some of the other cars they have the ABS ring that's in the bearing, so you've got to be careful which way the bearing goes in, and you've got to be careful you don't damage the ABS ring. But because it's on the drive shaft CV joint, doesn't matter which way you press the bearing in. So you press your bearing in once you cleaned it all up, circlip in, and then you'll mount that on in the press, and then you'll press the flange into the hub then, because there's no way, you need to put a socket underneath the inner race ring so that doesn't fall out, and it should be okay then. Any questions, let me know. I should have made a video really of me pressing it out and doing it proper, but didn't think. Right, thanks for watching. Hello. Right, so we're all back together again. Use some grease. The way I did it was put one of the flat plates, socket underneath, so that fits in the outer race bit, well the that section, not the middle section, the centre section I mean, because that's the flange. It's the middle section you want to put a socket on. Of the three pieces, the three rings you see there, the middle section is what you want to put a socket on. So I did that with that, fitted it so it was flat, and then used that socket inside the flange, and then used a press to press it down, so then the flange presses into the bearing, and then that way the bearing is not going to separate and fall to pieces, because it's pressing down on the flat plate and the socket. So put it flat. See, it's not scratchy, it's nice and smooth. The backing plates are a bit of a pain though, because they're not bolted, they're just basically knocked on, so you knock them off, and if you have a look on the sections of the plate, get some light in, the sections of the plate where I've knocked in with a screwdriver to make the ring smaller so it spreads itself on, it closes on, so it's not going to move. So that's that, all done, ready to go back on the car. Thanks for watching.